Hi guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit to you guys about National Tree Day. As we know, it's looking a little different this year, but that does not mean we can't plant a tree in our backyards. Also, in the light of the Mackay Regional Council Native Plant Program giveaway, we thought it'd be a great idea to run through some of the basic tips and tricks on how to plant your plant.
So when you want to plant your plant, so you got to dig yourself a hole, and you want to make sure that the hole is twice as wide as your plant and about the same depth as your plant and a little bit deeper. When you get your plant, you want to squeeze the sides of the pot, give it a little tap down the bottom so it'll be able to come out nice and easy. So put your plant in, and then you want to grab your dirt and fill it back up. You want to do it so it's nice and tight. And what you also want to do when you do this is create a little well. That way when you water it, the water can stay in and give it a bit of extra moisture. So some plants might have a really strong root system, so if they do have that, you can just give it a little bit of a tease to promote root growth. The beauty of tube stock is it promotes the root growth to go down instead of all around the plant.
So in the nursery we also use the KEIR pots. These are actually made of coconut fibres, so they're biodegradable and they will break down once planted in the ground. So you can see on this one the roots have penetrated through the pot, so that can be planted directly in the ground. Whereas if you've got a plant that where you haven't had the roots penetrating through the pot on the outside, you can cut the pot off to facilitate the plant growth so it doesn't restrict the root growth.
So today we're using local natives because they're already adapted to our climate and soils. So when planting your plant, you want the soil to be the same level as the soil level of the pot. If we use a fertiliser in the soil, we use a slow release native fertiliser so it doesn't burn the roots of the plant.
Water is a very important part of establishing a plant. A good way to facilitate this is with water crystals, as they are very absorbent and very helpful in dry soils, such as sandy soils, because they dry out so quickly. But be sure to always read and follow the manufacturer's instructions that are located on the package.
Now that we have our plant planted and fertilised, there's one more thing that we can do. We can mulch our specimen. So here we have some forest mulch. Forest mulch will give you an effect called nitrogen drawdown, which is why we fertilise, so it'll take the nitrogen out of the soil to break down. So we've just mulched our plant to a depth of 100 millimetres, which is a good guide or a good general rule of thumb. It is going to help your plant retain water in the soil to establish. It will also suppress the weeds for your plant and give it that fighting chance.